everyone. Thanks for joining me today. So we're here today to talk about Jacob. Jacob was recently given a series of tests, kind of as an evaluation, so that we can see the needs that Jacob possesses in the special education room, and then kind of come up with a game plan for what we can do to help meet his needs. And so I want to quickly go over the tests that he was given, what his scores were and what those scores mean for Jacob, and so that you guys can understand. So I'll just quickly go over those, and then we'll talk about how we can help Jacob in the classroom. So the first test he was given was the Wechsler Individual Achievement Test, and this just provides some insight on his academic achievement. He had a fluency composite score of 69 and a math composite score of 47. These are in the very low range, which shows that he does have a pretty great need in the area of academic achievement. With the Woodcock-Johnson test, which is an intellectual assessment, this is going to measure his academic achievement in reading, math, writing, his academic knowledge, and his oral language. This was able to show us that he has a full scale IQ of 40, which does go along with his struggles with fluency in math. There was a test called the Connors Comprehensive Behavior Rating Scale that was given, which is a social emotional test. And this is going to give us information across multiple settings with an overview of adolescent concerns and disorders. And when this test was scored, it showed elevated scores for emotional distress and upsetting thoughts. So this is something that we definitely want to focus on with Jacob, especially due to his parents' concerns with PTSD and also Asperger's syndrome. His adaptive skills were assessed through a test called the Vineland Adaptive Behavior Scale. And this is given to individuals that have an intellectual disability or developmental delay. His composite score was 53, which is in the low range. And then he was also given a test for speech and language, which is an articulation test. And it was called the Goldman-Fristow test of articulation. This showed that he has a delay in the correct production of his R's, his J's, and CH's. His CH's, he's wanting to do an ST sound, and his J's, he is wanting to do a CH sound. So we've got some confusion there, so we'll work on, those sounds with him. I think kind of where we're at with Jacob, with his IQ and his struggles with his emotions and things in the classroom, I think a lot of the focus for him needs to be on teaching him some life skills. His math score was very low, and so one of the life skills I would like to focus on with Jacob is the ability to count change. And he was given an informal assessment that we will discuss here in a little while. But his ability to identify coins and be able to count change so that he's able to make purchases and kind of keep track of his monies, if he's ever able to live independently, and even if he's in a position where he does have a caregiver, we still want him to have some independence in that area. And so I think in the special ed classroom, with Ms. Corso, we want to, continue on working with the counting of money and counting of change, identifying like coins and different coins. He will still continue to get 30 minutes of speech services with, to work on those sounds. And he is on, as far as reading, he's on a 4th grade level. So we want to be able to continue working on his fluency and his comprehension in those areas, and hopefully increase those skills. So that's kind of where we're at. And, I think another concern for me, through his testing, myself and the other examiners, we noticed that he became very agitated, and it was hard to keep him focused. And so the special education classroom with the smaller environment and less students and lots of one-on-one help, I think is going to be very good for him. So that's kind of how we're going to keep things, and we will reconvene, to discuss any concerns that you guys may have at any time. And we hope to update you on some good progress that Jacob's making in the classroom. So any questions, just let us know. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.